Welcome to my channel Essentials of Management. Today we are continuing with Industrial Safety Management series. We will have discourse 15, which is about management of near misses. Friends, we have already defined near miss. We have tried to understand what is the meaning of near miss, how incidence takes place, and either it is a near miss or an accident. So an incident which under slight different circumstances would have resulted in to an event leading to injury or loss or damage to property. I will not explain further. An incident where no injury and ill health occurs but has the potential to do so. So nothing has happened, but it had a potential. May also refer to as near hit or a close call. Only a fortunate break in the chain of events prevented an injury, fatality or damage. This definition is given by NSC. The source is SSS 045001 of 2018. So it is 45001 2018. All near misses involve people and some type of action. So please remember, it's very important that whenever there are near miss, some people or a person is involved and there is some type of action, maybe it is unsafe action. It signals a system weakness that if not corrected could lead to significant consequences in the future. And in safety, we always say that we are not blaming any person. So there is no blame game. We always see or try to find whether there is a weakness in the system and because of that has happened. So we always blame the system and not the person, and we investigate the system what is wrong and then take accordingly the corrective action. Again, this incidents we have discussed in the previous discourses, that how in a pharmaceutical company there was a wash bay and how that temperature of that water and steam was around 90 degrees centigrade, how that flexible pipe came out for 3 times and the operator just glued and put back the the pipe again. So there were near misses 3 times. So he didn't heed to the warning given by that near miss. He didn't report and he didn't take himself a proper corrective action. And what happened? That one day again hose eventually failed and he was using his hands were nearby that end of that flexible pipe end, and steam and water entered into the gloved hand of the operator and there were scar to hand and wrist to his hand. So I am trying to emphasize that why near misses are important, why they are supposed to be reported, why there has to be a corrective action taken on near miss also, because if you don't give attention to the near misses, one day it will be culminated into a major accident. So repeated repairs not reported, if reported it may have prevented the injury. So whenever there is a near miss or unusual incidents, your day-to-day activity, you have to report it. So they may have the serious consequences. Examples are fire or potential fire. Potential fire means if there is some sparking, so it may create a fire. So fire or potential fire. Spillage, if there is some spillage of some inflammable material or toxic material. Then unguarded machinery, if you found somebody has not put the guard back after the work, someone working unsafely, or a situation with the potential to be dangerous event. So if you find such unusual incidences or if you find the near misses, What you have to do? What you are supposed to do? Take immediate action if safe to do so and you know what to do. If you know yourself what action is to be taken, what corrective action is to be taken, you do it yourself without waiting for someone else. And then fill up the report, unusual incidents report or near miss report. So importantly, first take the action and then report. Don't waste your time in reporting first and then taking the action. But if you don't know what is to be done, then you report immediately to your line manager and your EHS representative. Now, why do safety department want near miss reporting and unusual incidents reporting to be submitted? So, this is the Frankfurt triangle or the pyramid. You can see that there are numerable n number of unsafe acts and unsafe conditions at the bottom. There are again innumerable number of near misses, and out of that 600 are the incidences. You may call it as not a serious injury, but maybe a first aid injury or something happened but injury didn't take place. Okay, so there are around 600 incidences. Out of that 30 are the property damage, 10 are the minor injuries, and 1 is the serious or disabling injury. So the event which ultimately result in a loss has usually occurred many times previously. We have seen it with the help of the pyramid. However, because no loss was experienced and it was normally left uninvestigated, so it is a human tendency. So okay, chalta hai, nothing has happened, so go ahead, don't look much seriously into it. So reporting a near miss or a close call can provide ways for people to understand how an accident could have happened. So when you study the near miss, you can come to know how that accident could have happened, and you also learn how to prevent an accident in the future without anyone getting hurt. So what you are supposed to do? So learning from near misses. So learning from what could have happened far outweighs learning from what did happen. So something happened and then you learn. Instead of that, if you proactively think, if what can happen, what accident can take place, what will be the extent of injury or what will be the extent of damage, that is more better. So goal should be to reduce the near misses and incidents to half, so that you can avoid at least one serious injury. So according to Frankfurt, if you reduce your unsafe acts, unsafe condition, your near misses and incidences into the half, then probably you will be able to avoid a serious or disabling injury, which was one according to the last slide, that if you don't care for the near misses, then there will be one serious accident. So it requires management to focus on culture. So you have to have the safety culture. A culture of managing the near misses has to be developed. It shows you if we are good or just lucky. It raises risk awareness. It encourages involvement of the people. So people get aware about the risk by studying the near misses and unusual incidences, attending it, and it encourages the involvement of the employees. So why track near misses? Very simple, boost to zero incident journey. Then automatically safety culture start being built up. Workers engagement increases, their interest increases, their commitment increases. Then it protects workers from harm because we are saving the major injury, and it uncovers the something wrong and arrests the hazards. It arrests because we at least try to take some corrective action, so the risk has come down and we prevent the accident. So zero cost lesson means there is no cost involved in it. So it is a zero cost lesson, and it is a leading indicator. When you talk of the safety KPIs, then it is the leading indicator that how many near misses you have attended. That is important. Only reporting is not enough. How many near misses you have attended. So, how to encourage the near miss reporting? Include it into the company safety policy. Then keep the process simple. Offer incentives to the people who are reporting, so they will be encouraged. Then close every report means take every action on that, corrective action on that, see that the risk is reduced and then close the report. Don't keep the report open. It creates care, trust and prevention. So there should be no blame culture. I already said person is not blamed, but the system is to be blamed. So it creates no blame culture because everyone is involved. Employee empowerment. So employees are empowered as far as the safety matters are concerned, and employees are automatically trained. So near miss reporting, the key components. First is identify, recognize the incidents as a near miss, report to supervisor, safety officer or safety committee. Third is investigate, find out what happened and identify the problem. Simple. Intervene, solve the problem. Review, monitor and evaluate safety performance. Means if you, whatever corrective action you have taken, you have to evaluate that really that risk has come down. So all the three means 3, 4 and 5 steps are for management to do the follow up. So step 1, identify. Recognize the near miss incidents, then you will improve with the practice, because at the start you will not come to know that this is a near miss, but once you start taking interest in it, you try to be attentive, then by practice it will improve. Refer to past reports for example. So if you want to study, you can study the past example. It is okay to work in teams and discuss with your colleagues. If you find something, discuss with your colleagues. Then create a template for reporting. So reporting is easy, it should be easy. Simply fill up the form, and that form should also be very easy. What should be the key entries? Incident date, time, location like that of the accident investigation, probable cause of the incident, that is whether it is an unsafe act or an unsafe environment or an unsafe equipment, means unsafe condition. Unsafe environment and unsafe equipment is the unsafe condition. Description of incident, what happened. Then suggestion for improvement, what is to be done to avoid that near miss next time. Name and contact of person reporting, who is reporting, so that you can keep it optional also, and the date of reporting. So this should be the template. You can have your own template, you can design your template, you can add some more entries in that, but try to make it as short as possible and as simple as possible. Step 3 and 4, investigate and intervene. So if we notice an unsafe condition and it can be eliminated, it must be eliminated immediately. We dealt with this. It's important to report because it could easily become an accident. It could happen somewhere else. So such situation may be there somewhere else, and there also such near miss may happen or accident may take place. We can only learn if we share with others. So always share your experiences and your safety knowledge with others. Notify the supervisor who checks that the hazards have been addressed. So if you are not able to do yourself, report to the supervisor. Checks that hazards have been addressed, checks that the causes have been identified. The employee who noticed the hazard or near miss reports the incident and action taken to EHS. If he himself is taking the action, he is supposed to report to EHS that such was the incident, such was the near miss, and he has taken or they have taken the proper action to prevent it in the future. EHS checks that the risk have been eliminated and initiates further actions if needed. So what EHS department do? They check whatever you have done, whether it is right, wrong or sufficient, insufficient, and if they feel like some further action is required, why the reporting? Because if they find that some further action is required, they can do so. So there is a requirement of the open communication, discussion and sharing. So what are the concluding thoughts? that every near miss is a potential fatality and every near miss is a potential accident. So friends, it is very important that you must attend the near miss yourself or report it immediately, so your EHS department can immediately come into action and they see that the whatever the cause is there, that has been removed and the accident is prevented to happen in future. So resume viewing, you can switch on to discourse 16, where we will try to understand SAFE system of work. Friends, please do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.